Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah.
A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Honest J. Nowak. And now for today's little topic here that I got going on Honest J. Nowak. I got a feeling this one's going to be really offsetting to most people out there. Quite offsetting, because as a matter of fact, there's a lot that I would like to talk about here in this particular episode of HJN. So today, I'm going on ahead and bringing you claws. Well, I don't have nothing like that. But I will say for sure that, well, claws is something that can really intrigue all of us. It seems to be a pretty handy weapon in the usage of, well, video game-based combat, or just, well, combat as a whole, because claws, unlike any other ordinary human's fingernail itself, I don't really see exactly why we need to have these weird nails that can actually break off if we're not careful with them. Because claws as a whole, they could be very difficult to get off. I mean, sure, they are composed of keratin according to most lore that I have actually done some research on. Yeah, this is another occasion where lore pretty much can come into handy at this point. So, let's just leave it at that. So, anyways, claws, of course, are just one of those types of weapons that you can find that I feel like are pretty underrated. Because, after all, with the many things out there that you can use as weapons, knives, swords, bows, firearms, rocket launchers, vehicles, even your whole body can be a weapon. But claws, of course, is just one of those things that seems to be overlooked and more or less handed down to other parts of the animal kingdom. Just know that we are, in fact, a member of the animal kingdom. We're legally classified as primates. Highly intelligent ones of the sort, but it still doesn't really matter based on what your opinion is. You think humans are different than animals? Well, you'd be wrong tenfold. We're considered to be animals. The only thing that separates us from the rest of the animal kingdom is our extreme levels of intelligence. And not to mention, the way that our stance usually is, being in a bipedal or two-legged sort of stance. And let's not forget, every other attribute that follows on as well. I could be here all day explaining that whole part, but you know what? Let's just leave it at that we are in fact animals, and we may not have claws that are much like the many other species in the animal kingdom, but just know that even though Maslow's hierarchy of needs and the usage of various other tools to help divide us from the rest of the kingdom are still an abundant resource for everyone to go ahead and use, it's no difference. It makes zero difference. The main point about this entire subject as a whole is that, well, claws are one of the only things that a human being seems to lack. And not to mention, ear shape, head shape, I mean, the entire body shape from the head down to the toe is just a lot different compared to most species. Yet we are still classified as animals. No doubt about that. So of course that's pretty much where I'm going to go ahead and draw on the line out there, because lots of people might argue about this whole entire thing itself. So if you want to see more, go down to my channel, which I will have, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.